Всем привет! So we're going to continue working through the cases. This time we're working through genitive. Now, if this is the first video that popped up for you and this is the first time you're seeing me, I suggest go to the linked playlist and make sure you go step by step with all of the kind of like mini tutorials in this series, because then it will make a lot more sense than if you just watch it by itself. Or, I don't know, watch it by itself, maybe it will make sense. Okay. Let me switch the screens. Okay, so we are looking at the genitive case. Last time we looked at the nominative. Remember, that's the default case. Every other case will have something happening to the word. So today we're going to look at 3 contexts for genitive. Once again, there's more. There will be a separate tutorial for that. So in the first context is the possession expressed with apostrophe s, and look at the subscript except for someone's name or place. Now, the subscript, except for someone's name and place, should be there only for like the most basic explanations. Once you're comfortable with the cases, you can forget it because you will kind of figure out in which case it will be genitive and in which case it will not be genitive, in which context, I should say. But for now, let's remember possession expressed with apostrophe s in English, except when you say someone's name, like my brother's name, or place, like my brother's place. And I'm not going to go into this exception today, but it will start making sense once we go into the dative. Okay, so here we have examples. Это машина моего брата. And это компьютер Анны. The first sentence means, this is my brother's car. The second one is, this is Anna's computer. So in both of these sentences in English, you would use the noun with an apostrophe s. And here we show possession. So we have another item that follows. So my brother, apostrophe s, car. So this is not the same as, let's say, my brother, apostrophe s, working today. My brother's working today. So because you use apostrophe s not only to show possession, but also to kind of like shorten the verb is. So here, no, we only have to have one noun, apostrophe s, and then another noun that the first noun owns. So in this case, this is my brother, apostrophe s, car. This is Anna, apostrophe s, computer. And in English, whatever has the apostrophe s, so the owner, is before the item that they own. But you can see in the parentheses, I put genitive follows. In Russian, whatever is in genitive, which is the word that has apostrophe s, follows the item that the person owns. So to say, this is my brother's car, in Russian, we basically say, this is the car of my brother. Or we just use мой брат, моего брата in genitive. So once again, this is Anna's computer. This is the computer of Anna. So genitive follows the item that the person owns. So that's our possession with apostrophe s. And once again, I'll talk about someone's name and place being an exception from this specific set of rules in other tutorials. So the next context is we use the genitive case after the preposition u. And the preposition u by itself means like at or nearby, at somebody's place, for instance. And we use it in our kind of like most basic settings in the context of whoever has something. Because remember, when we looked at the nominative context for whatever we have, and whatever we have in Russian is the subject of a sentence. So to say, I have a car, we basically are saying there is a car by me. And car becomes the subject of a sentence, and in Russian it's nominative. And that part, that the car is by me, is expressed in Russian by u plus genitive. So for example, here we have у моего брата есть машина. У Анны есть компьютер. You're saying my brother has a car, Anna has a computer. Once again in English, it's a subject of a sentence, like who has a computer? Anna. Anna is the subject. Who has a car? My brother does. My brother is the subject. In Russian, the roles are reversed. What you have, or who you have, let's say brother or sister, are the subject of a sentence, and whoever has something is basically this u plus genitive structure. So у моего брата есть машина, my brother has a car, Who has it? Who has the car? My brother. For this specific context, it's genitive. Like, my brother loves his car. Who loves the car? My brother does. Now it's the subject of a sentence and it's nominative. But with having something, whoever has or doesn't have something is u plus genitive. Wrap your mind around it, and once again, we'll keep working through these examples. At some point it will make more sense. Then the next context is genitive after numbers other than one, because one will use with nominative. For now, once you go into more kind of like advanced levels of Russian, you will know that numbers can also change in cases, but we're not going to go there now. For now, let's just stay in this crazy rule. Let's master this one. So we forget about one. One, nominative. We're good. But as soon as the number is not one, it will be followed by genitive. So if you want to say, I have one brother, that's going to be the subject of the sentence, because that's whatever we have. One brother. One stays nominative. But as soon as we say, I have two brothers, numbers will overrule the nominative, because numbers other than one require genitive after it. And numbers also fall into two separate categories, one requiring genitive singular, another one requiring genitive plural. So if a number, So if a number ends in 2, 3, and 4, except for 12, 13, 14, and it can be any number. It can be 2, it can be 22, it can be 1,872. Doesn't matter. It needs to end in 2, 3, and 4, and not be 12, 13, 14. That will require genitive singular after it. So for example, if I want to say I have 2 brothers, 3 sisters, 2 plus genitive singular of brother, 3 plus genitive singular of sister. Now, if the number ends in 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 11, 12, 13, or 14, the word, the noun that follows is going to be in genitive plural. So going back to 2 brothers and 3 sisters, so that's still genitive singular. Even if I have 4 brothers or 4 sisters, the form is still going to be genitive singular. But let's say I have 5 brothers and 6 sisters. Both 5 and 6 will trigger the change to genitive plural. It will be 5 братьев, 3 5 братьев, 6 сестер. We'll get to that too. Here I have an example, 100 students. And 100 ends in a 0, which means it requires genitive plural. Now, if I have 1 student, once again, it will be nominative. 2, 3, 4 students, it's going to be genitive singular. 22, 33, 44, 73, 84, 92, it's still going to be genitive singular. But anything that ends in 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 11, 12, 13, 14 will be genitive plural, including 100. 100 will require genitive plural for students, so 100 студентов, because it ends in 0. 5 rooms, 5 комнат. 5 will require genitive plural. 13 years, 13 ends in 3, but it's 13. 13 follows genitive plural paradigm, so it will be 13 years, 13 лет. So, as I said, numbers are tricky, genitive is tricky, but we'll get through it. We're making our first steps with the cases, and your task for the next time is, once again, to come up with different sentences in English, put them in the comments, and put in caps what you think is going to be in genitive when you translate it into Russian. Not only put it in caps, but also put it as genitive singular or genitive plural. And, I'll give you my feedback. For the next time, work through the next set of contexts, and that will be for dative. And translate again the examples that I have, and kind of like wrap your mind around why the words that are in bold, why are they in the dative case here. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. Keep learning. Пока-пока.
If you like it, please click like. If it's useful, put up a line. If you love it, hit subscribe. Like me, подпишись. naughty,